Welcome to all. An elective course in MTech CSIS, Content-Based Image and Video Retrieval. Myself, Meherban Ammaz, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science. The textbook we are referring for the subject is the title is Content-Based Image and Video Retrieval, written by Og Monk. So there are mainly 4 modules in the subject. So the first module mainly deals with the fundamentals of content-based image and video retrieval, and the second module deals with feature extraction, and third module and fourth is related to video. And in the third module, you are going to study more details about video abstraction, and the last module deals with RF mode. So RF stands for relevance feedback. Okay, so these are the module divisions. Let's see the fundamentals. So mainly there are 3 ways of retrieving the stored data. The first one is free browsing. So we are very familiar with free browsing. Like if we have a collection of images or audio video files, we just search it and find the desired information. That is called free browsing. And the second one is text-based retrieval. So that also we are doing common in Google. What we are doing is just giving the text, and on the basis of the text, the Google search engine will give the corresponding text, and Google itself, there is a method called Google image retrieval. Instead of putting a text image, you can add an image, and the Google image retrieval will retrieve some of the images which are relevant to the dataset or the image that you are providing. And the third one is content-based image retrieval. So content-based image retrieval means search the multimedia repository providing information about the actual content. Okay, so instead of text description or random selection, we are dealing with based on the content of the image. So content means it can be a color, it can be a texture, it can be a shape. Okay, so in Google, there is a method called Google image retrieval, or the websites like Amazon, Flipkart. You can see if you are interested in particular item, just take the snapshot of that particular item and you can search it. So that is a simple method of content-based image and retrieval. So instead of a textual description, we are looking for the content of the image. Let's see what are the advantages and disadvantages of the first 2 methods. So first 2 method is random browsing and the text-based image retrieval. Okay, so the first 2 method have several limitations. So first one, free browsing, of course is a tedious task and inefficient, and also it is a time consuming. Okay, because we need to deal with a larger data set or larger database, it's very difficult process. The second method is the text-based method. So the main problem in text-based method is definitely require a consistent or the considerable amount of time and effort needed to manually allot some text description to the corresponding individual or clip. Another problem is for the same image, the user can assign different text descriptions. Suppose consider a boy along with a dog. So this particular image can be saved as different modes or different text description. Okay, so sometime there may be confusion will arise. So in order to avoid this problem, we are going for content-based image retrieval. Even though the text-based image retrieval have some problem, but the query by keyword is still the most popular method for searching visual information on the web. In order to overcome the inefficiencies and limitations of text-based retrieval of the previously annotated visual data, the many researchers and the image processing have introduced a method called CBIVR, which stands for Content-Based Image and Video Retrieval. So instead of being manually annotated using keywords, images, and video clips, they can be indexed by their own visual content such as color, texture, and shape and movement among others. So the ultimate goal of enabling users to retrieve the desired image or video clip among massive amounts of visual data in a fast, efficient, semantically meaningful, friendly, and location independent manner. Let's see one of the example of content-based image and video retrieval. So here you can see the different inputs which are image, drawing, web page and video. And first of all, we need to extract some features from the input information. After that, we are converted into a feature vector and we have an image database. So image database contains the set of images. And also we are extracting the features from the image database and we need to check the similarity. After that, we are getting some of the similar images from their dataset. So this is a simple example of image retrieval and the system which is called Image Seeker. So as in the previous slide, I have already explained how a CBIVR system is working. So in this example, we can see how a CBIVR system is actually working. So here my example is yellow rose flower. My query image is yellow rose flower. So first of all, I need to extract the features from this rose flower. So most time I am extracting the features like a color, texture and sometimes shape also. So after that, we have a set of images in the data set or database. So this is a standard data set which is called Coral data set, and the Coral data set having the collection of different classes of images like Africans, mountains and train holes. Okay, so in this data set also we are extracting the features. So after that, we are storing in feature database. So we have already a features from our query image and also we have a features from the dataset. The next step, we need to check the similarity because we need to retrieve some of the yellow rose flower from the database. So for this purpose, we need to check some similarity. So mainly we are checking the similarity by using any distance measures. So more details about distance measure will discuss in module 3, module 4. Okay, so commonly we are using a simple distance measure called Euclidean distance. So we are calculating the Euclidean distance between the query image and the set of images in the database. And if the Euclidean distance value which is low means that image is more related to that query image. Okay, so we are retrieving the images based on the decreasing values of the Euclidean distance. So the lowest Euclidean distance which indicate more similarity to the query image. So you can see some of the retrieval result. So maybe if I am using color, I am getting some yellow rose flower. Similarly, in the Coral dataset, some food images also. So you can see some yellow color food image also retrieved. Okay, so I need only yellow rose flower. Okay. So my system won't be able to understand because I am using some color and texture. My system is not 100% accurate. So in this situation, I need to apply some relevance feedback mechanism. So the relevance feedback mechanism means we are giving a query we are giving some interaction between the user and the system. So user can be marked as whether the image is relevant or irrelevant. So we can apply some relevance feedback algorithms like SVM or random forest. After that, these irrelevant images are removed from the dataset and we are finally getting a more relevant images to the core image. So this is an exact working of a content based image and video retrieval. So here I am explaining only with image and how in the case of video that we'll discuss in module 3. So this is a standard definition given by Marcus. Searching for visual information, image or video based on their content. So content can be color, texture and shape, which will referred as content based image retrieval. Okay, if your query is video, then it is called content based video retrieval. Next is some of the applications of CBIVR in various fields. So first one, image processing and computer vision. So as I already mentioned, in shopping websites or any other certain like pattern recognition, if we have one fingerprint image and we need to identify the similar fingerprint image from a criminal data set, we can use CBIVR. And for information retrieval and database organization like a fingerprint or iris or any iris or face, everywhere we can apply content based image and retrieval and pattern recognition, human visual perception, man machine interaction, multi-dimensional indexing, visual data modeling and representation, all where we can apply CBIVR. The VAR system can be classified mainly two generations based on the attribute used to search and retrieve the desired image or video. So the first one, the first generation VAR system. VAR stands for Visual Information Retrieval System. So here use query by text. Okay, a simple example is, suppose if I am giving all pictures of red Ferraris or all images of Van Gogh's paintings. Okay, so here they are focusing on the metadata, which can be represented either by alphanumeric strings, keywords or full script, and captions, embedded text or hyperlinked documents. So the performance is dependent on the quality of the metadata, so which can be sometimes the metadata assigned to a particular image is incomplete or inaccurate, or if the user have not a good knowledge, so that's also a problem, and sometimes it is ambiguous or combination of this. The second generation VAR system. So second generation VAR system means the content based image and video retrieval. So here we are searching an image based on the content. So here increasing the level of complexity, example color, shape and texture. And sometimes we are looking for the higher features like object, roles and scenes. And sometimes we also consider the attributes also like impressions, emotions and all. So the basic premise behind second generation VAR system is that the images and videos are the first class entity and the user should be able to query their content as easily as they query texted documents and without using a manual annotation. That is one of the main advantage of the second generation VAR. So as I already explained the block diagram of a CBIVR system, next we can study the CBIVR system architecture. So as I already explained, which are similar, but some of the namings are different. Okay, let's see. So first one, the user is giving a query. Okay, it can be a browsing or viewing. And here we have video repository or image repository. And sometimes the images which are digitized and the compressed one. Then we need to get the features, so which is called visual summaries from the dataset also. Okay, then after that we need to do some indexing, and after that it will retrieve in the search engine. So this is a basic block diagram of CBIVR. So let's see each component in more detail. So first one, a user interface. I hope all of you know what is user interface. So the main purpose of GUI is allow the user to interactively query the database, browse the result, view the selected images or video clips. And second component is query or search engine, the collection of algorithms responsible for searching the database according to the parameters provided by the user. And the next is archive. This is a repository of the digitized, compressed image and video clips. The next one is visual summaries, the representation of image and video contents in a concise way, like a thumbnails for image or keyframes for video sequences. Next is index. So indexes the pointers to image or video segments. Next is digitization and compression, hardware and software necessary to convert images and video into digital compressed format. And cataloging means the process of extracting the features. So the features, it can be color, texture, shape, and more details about color, texture, feature. We'll discuss in module 2 what are the different methods which are commonly using for extracting color, extracting texture, extracting shape and all, and details about distance measures also we will discuss in module 2. So here I am explaining the working that I already explained. So images and videos are generated and generally it is stored in a compressed format either in JPEG or MPEG. So JPEG stands for Joint Photographic Expert Group and JPEG for image and MPEG for video. MPEG is Moving Photographic Expert Group. So first one is cataloging stage. So cataloging stages, generally we need to extract the features from video or the image. And the original video segment is broken into a small pieces which is called scenes. And again the scenes are further divided which is called shorts. And we need to index the video corresponding visual summary which is called keyframe. In the case of images, the equivalent process is known as feature extraction, and which consists of extracting the numeric information about the image content. The numeric informations like the coarseness, the first order moment like mean, second order moments, skewness, kurtosis, the entropy, energy. These are the different mathematical or numerical information, and more details we'll discuss in module 2. So another step, so the digitization, compression and cataloging which is happening in online which is happening in offline. And once the 3 steps have been performed, so the database which contained a simplified representation of each image or video and a collection of indexes that are acted as a pointer to the corresponding image or video segment. And user express her query using a GUI, and the query is translated and the search engine look for the index that corresponding desired image or video, and the results which are sent back to the user such that the query should allow easy browsing, viewing and possible refinement of query based on the partial result. Next is the user's perspective. So in this slide, I'm going to explain more details about browsing and user interface. So the user interface is a crucial component of a CBIVR system. And we already know that the interface should be simple, easy, friendly, functional and customizable. So most of the VIR system allow searching the visual database content in different ways. So here I am going to explain what are the different ways to search the visual database content. So first one is called interactive browsing. So interactive browsing, sometimes the leisure user may not have a specific idea about the images or video clips that are searching for. So for this particular case, we need to apply some clustering technique can use it to organize the visually similar images into groups and minimize the number of undesired images shown to the user. So I hope you know what is clustering. So clustering is basically grouping of similar items together. There are different clustering algorithms which are available and which is applicable for images also, like a k-means clustering, c-means, fuzzy c-means, db-scan, optics. So there are many clustering algorithms. So more details about clustering we'll discuss in module 4. Another method of organization is navigation with the customized categories. So the leisure users often find it very convenient to navigate through a subject hierarchy to get to the target subject. And then they browse or search the limited subset of images. So the combination of navigation with the customized categories followed by a content-based search. Okay, so once they customize the categories, then they will go for content-based search. Okay, so in this case, the content-based portion of the VIR system would work on a smaller, semantically constrained subset of images because we are already chosen some of the customized images or subset of images. Then the CBIVR is working on that subset of images, so the system performance will be very fast. The next method is the query by X. The X can be anything. So first one, which is an image. So the several systems allow the user to specify an image as an example and search for the images that are most similar to it and present it in decreasing order of their similarity score, as I already mentioned. And the most classical paradigm of image search is this one. And many techniques have been developed over the past years to measure the similarity between the query image and the target images. But these techniques still have disadvantages such as sensitivity to noise and imaging condition and the need of suitable example images. So if the image is a blurred one we are giving as a query and the non-blurred image which is there in the data set, and once we calculating the Euclidean distance, the value will vary. The images which are same but the distance measure will be very high instead of a low value. Because while you calculating a Euclidean distance, we are calculating the squared difference of that pixel, like square root of xi minus yj the whole square. So in this equation, the similarity calculation is not accurate. Another method called a visual sketch. Some systems provide users with the tools that allow drawing visual sketches of the image or video clip they have in mind. And users are also allowed to specify the different weights for different features. And a simple example by using visual sketches, Visual C, the user are usually much less enthusiastic about this query method than others when the query interface is complex. And next one is the specification of visual features. The direct specification of visual features like color, texture, shape and motion properties is possible in some systems and might appeal to more technical users. Next one is based on a keyword or a complete text. So some BIR system is based on keywords entered by user and search for the visual information that has been previously annotated using that keywords. Next one is a semantic class where users specify a category in a pre-existing subject hierarchy. So these are the different methods. So in the coming slides, I am explaining a simple CBIVR system, and I hope you will get a more idea about CBIVR system. So this is a CBIVR system that developed as my major project in MTech. So here you can see my query image as a bus. And these are the images which are retrieved from my dataset. And here in this project I was used a dataset called Coral dataset. So here you can see some of the images retrieved from the dataset. And you can see the 8th image which are not relevant, but some sky and some red color part is there. That is why this image is retrieved. So I need to remove this irrelevant image. So you can see here a pop-up menu will come that enter irrelevant images. So here I have marked a tick mark in 8th image. So this is my irrelevant images. And in this screenshot you can see a pink color button called relevance feedback. So in the previous slide I have already marked my irrelevant image, and once I press this relevance feedback, that irrelevant images is removed from my displayed image and more relevant images from the query image will display. So this is the final images that are retrieved after the relevance feedback. So you can see the first image, this is my query image, and the first image is the most similar images that are most similar with the query image. And these are the some of the images that are retrieved from the dataset. I hope the CBIVR system working is now clear.